It's official. I'm in a relationship with perimenopause, and I can only imagine whoever perimenopause was named after was a narcissist. Um, I went to my gynecology appointment today, finally, for the first time in 3, 4, 5 years. I know that's not great. I have been getting my other checks, just didn't get that one. I thought I was going to have my IUD removed today. I was very hopeful, but as it was explained to me, because I'm in perimenopause, I'm still in need of that hormone, and if it's removed, I could end up doing my hemorrhaging like I was, which was the whole reason I was put on. Well, the whole reason why an IUD was inserted, why I've been wearing one for the last 11 years. It was not for birth control, it was for bleeding control. Um, Otherwise, I would have had to have a hysterectomy had this not worked. Oh my God, Blue. Sorry, I'm in his seat. Um, Better stop it. Um, anyway, I had my exam. I had gotten the results of my hormone panel very low in some areas, but nothing dangerous. Not great, but nothing dangerous. Now have to have a biopsy and an ultrasound. And the biopsy is because they, the doctor was looking at my skin and thinks that I have a um, chronic disease in line with autoimmune disease, which we already know that I have several conditions, so this will be one more to add to the list if it comes back positive. It's a skin disease, not the vitiligo that I already have on my hands and my feet and my neck, but a different kind of discoloration or pigment issue, which can cause intense itchiness and, if left untreated, can cause a multitude of internal problems, which I can't remember because once I heard uh, chronic autoimmune disease, my ears just closed and I just stopped listening. I just was, what else? One more, of course. So I have to go for a biopsy in 2 weeks. I have to have an ultrasound to check on the IUD that I already have. Another reason that they didn't, the doctor, she was wonderful. Um, Her first name's Linda. I'll just call her Dr. Linda. Um, she wants to get my records from my former gynecologist so that she can find out exactly which IUD I have in me. I was pretty sure what it was, and I told her, and we're guessing that that's what it is. But because I'm not 100% sure, she wants to check because IUDs have different hormones in them for different IUDs, and they have different lifespans. And mine supposedly expired last month, but if it's the brand that I think it is and that she believes it probably is, then they have actually redacted, that's the wrong word. They've changed the length of time that the hormones are working and that you can keep that IUD in you. they've extended it by 2 years. So instead of it being a 6-year IUD, it is potentially an 8-year IUD. And because I have heart issues as a result of hemorrhaging um, from my menstrual cycle for about a year and a half straight, um, she doesn't want to take anything out because she doesn't want to take a chance on causing that. And if I'm in perimenopause, apparently I can still have my period. So yay me. It's not really that big a deal. I just, in my head, I wanted to be done. I wanted to hear, you're post-menopause, you're done. You don't have to worry about having your monthly cycle. You don't have to worry about having an IUD. You can go live the rest of your life and be free as a bird. And it was a little disappointing. And I'm 54 years old. Like, when is this shit supposed to end? So the ultrasound is to make sure that there's no movement in the IUD position. Sorry, I'm fumbling over my words as usual. Because I have an intimacy problem that I only shared with my husband today, 3 years after it began. Well, two and a half, probably closer to 2.5 years. And that is um, whenever I would orgasm, I would immediately cramp. It would just go in immediately into the worst, most painful cramp that would last anywhere between 1.5 to 3 minutes on average. And while orgasms are supposed to make you feel good, it doesn't feel good when the second it's dying down, your body cramps on you, and it's not my body, it's just that particular area. And I had not told my husband this. I basically just grinned and bared it because I didn't want him to think that it was anything he was doing because I already knew it wasn't. I knew it was me. It was odd. I tried to control it with breathing and, you know, knowing in my mind that this would potentially happen to try and like relax and more and just enjoy the experience, which seemed to help as far as maybe lessening the time, the amount of time that I would have this cramp, but not by very much, and it certainly didn't stop it. And just it just isn't such an enjoyable experience when you are feeling good and then immediately you're feeling like you're punished, your body's punishing you. So apparently that could be an alert to a condition, which I don't remember the name. And so she wants to take an ultrasound, make sure that it's not just the IUD, that maybe the position is leading on some nerves in that area that when they contract and expand, that could be causing the cramping immediately after, and then it would just be a matter of removing the IUD with a replacement immediately. But if it's something else, of course, then that's what we'll have to address. Um, Other than that, I'm gonna live. Uh, I'm nervous about the biopsy. I was nervous about this appointment because they've always been so painful, and I don't mean just a little painful. I mean like I wanted to just, oh, it was just awful. Um, Pass out, vomit from the pain. Um, this doctor was very good and very gentle and very kind and a good listener. And what I'm mostly happy about was not only was she, to the best of my impression and knowledge, my gut instinct says that she was extremely thorough. And the only reason that I'm saying going by my gut is because I don't know much about menopause. I've watched the videos, I've watched our community talk about it, I've listened, I there's only some stuff that I guess I've paid attention to. I really haven't done the research. I have done a little here and there. Thank you. Um, but um, I really haven't done the research to the length that I would do other research. And I really didn't understand the difference between perimenopause, menopause. I understood postmenopause. And I really didn't know a lot about this stuff. And I mean, I'm kind of shame on me because I mean, being a woman, I should know all this stuff. I should do the research. And like I said, I know a little bit, but not enough that I'd be confident really talking about it in great detail or giving anybody else any advice or anything, just enough that I can tell you about what my experience is. And one of the things that I told her is how badly the pain in my hip is and how bad the fatigue is and all these symptoms. And whenever I hit my menstrual cycle, there's 2 days out of the cycle, all the pain just stops. My body feels incredible, like like I'm 15 years old again. Um, I have no fatigue. I am rearing to go. I have mental clarity. My mood is fantastic. My appetite is non-existent. And yes, I know I'm on Zepbound, but this was happening long before I started taking GLP-1 medication. And hello, Pipey. Sorry. Um, this is the little girl who was getting my attention. Um, I just I have these 2 days of pure bliss in my own body, and then it turns to crap by day number 3. And when I say it turns to crap, I mean I wake up, it's like instant. It's like going from 20 below zero cold to 99 degrees out. Is the best way I can explain it. And it's just it's horrible. And my biggest difficulty is with fatigue. And the fatigue I suffered long before I started taking GLP-1s. And if you know anything about autoimmune diseases, it's not uncommon to have it. And it's really hard to tell now, being on a GLP-1 medication, what is a side effect of the medication and what is the autoimmune disease. And so I don't blame the GLP-1 for anything because I really don't know. I really don't know what my side effects are being caused by what now. And my guess is everything is still the autoimmune disease, and certain things like the fatigue is just being exponentially enhanced by the GLP-1 medication. And the last 2 weeks, maybe closer to the last 3 weeks, have been absolute torture, where it's been debilitating fatigue, where I missed appointments. I just, the exhaustion, it was just horrible. I can't even describe it. It was beyond just being like a zombie. I had to sleep. I could not, I mean, I really struggled to function a lot. Um, so there's a lot of things going on, but I had my woman's check. I'm already scheduled again for next year yet. And like I said, I'll be going for my biopsy and they'll be calling me for the ultrasound. And then I guess I'll find out what this skin disease with that starts with an L is. Uh, I like litosis, like licatecia, lick a stick, lick a salt stick, licorice, Twizzlers. I don't know. So we'll see. But that's it. I'm low in hormones. I'm low in energy. My weight is lowering, so that's a good thing. My muscle is probably lowering too, which is not a good thing. And but I do now know I am in perimenopause. So yay me. Well, thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being part of my journey. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.